Hi everyone, it's David with High Performance Stoicism. In the English-speaking world, analytic philosophy is the dominant way of doing philosophy. People graduating from the major research universities in America, England, Australia, and so on are trained in analytic philosophy. Even if someone ends up being a specialist in Plato, Aristotle, Kant, you name it, even the Stoics, they're going to be trained in analytic philosophy to some extent. Since you are interested in Stoicism, and Stoicism is a comprehensive philosophy of life, Stoicism is analytic in several respects, you might wonder what the relation between analytic philosophy to Stoicism is. You might wonder, should you look into analytic philosophy? And some of you will just think, analytic philosophy is not for me. So something to many of you will seem to be missing in analytic philosophy. And in my experience, as someone who's been in academic philosophy for a couple of decades, I've agreed that there is something missing in analytic philosophy. So what is the problem? Can we pinpoint it? Some of you might think it's linguistic analysis. Analytic philosophy is just about words. And if you think of some famous books in analytic philosophy, there is something to that, because W.V.O. Quine, one of his famous books is Word and Object. Let's figure out the relation between words of different kinds and the objects that they refer to. Saul Kripke's most famous book is Naming and Necessity. Let's talk about the nature of naming. Now, a couple things about this. In analytic philosophy, we're not just interested in words for their own sake. We're trying to find out what the word-world relationship is in many areas of existence, in any possible area, actually, including possible worlds. So that's not quite it. And even if we fall short of the aim of really capturing what properties are, things are, and so on, it is still a way, and there are different ways of trying to find out what the relation between words and the world is. Now, another thing to note about linguistic analysis is that the Stoics, and especially someone like Chrysippus, would be all for taking advantage of the techniques of analytic philosophy so far as they go. So what's another reason why analytic philosophy might fall short in your view? You might say because it's dealing with science fiction cases, hypothetical examples, things like time travel, teletransportation. My body is destroyed and sent to another dimension or another world. Well, what about if I get a ring and it turns me invisible? Would I still do just actions, or would I start committing crimes? Well, that's not a science fiction example from analytic philosophy, especially. It's from Plato's Republic, the Ring of Gyges case. So coming up with hypothetical examples, scenarios, to prove philosophical points is quite old, and it's really ancient. Here's what I think is what many of you might find to be missing in analytic philosophy. It's piecemeal approach. What does that mean? We are to give up, for the time being, looking at the universe comprehensively and focus instead on piecemeal, small-scale results that can yield definite answers to more minor things. And if we get enough of these minor victories, in the philosophical sense, we nail down all these different parts of reality, then we can possibly make more progress. And If you want to know more about this piecemeal approach, the book to read, at least the first 100 pages, is Bertrand Russell's Our Knowledge of the External World, where he lays out the program that most analytic philosophers have been following for decades, even if they reject what he does later in the book. When you go past page 100, 120, or wherever you run out of steam, he lays out the whole program and contrasts it with the classical style of doing philosophy, such as this Plato did, such as the Stoics did. And he really has some interesting things to say in this book, even if there's a mistake in following his lead to a T, which most analytic philosophers have done. Because in my view, let's nail down anything we can in terms of finding out the way things are about reality. So let's do some piecemeal work. But guess what, people? We can also do more speculative things. We can inquire into what the entire universe is like. So I am not against analytic philosophy, but it does have major limitations because we keep focusing on let's get these piecemeal results. And here's a big open secret, which not many people talk about in analytic philosophy. How many piecemeal results have we totally nailed down? Have we totally gotten right? I would say not too many. So that's it for today. Like, subscribe, check out what I do below in terms of high performance coaching and consulting, and we'll see you in the next video.